Hi guys, so the cost of living crisis is manifesting in different ways, and while poverty in the past was something limited to those at the bottom of the economic scale, it has started to impact also the middle class. Here John Allan, the chairman of Tesco, explains how customers have begun telling checkout staff to stop scanning items when they've reached the limit they have available to buy. This means that as prices rise, what little people have will go less and less. Have a listen.
I was in some stores on Friday and I was hearing for the first time for many years of customers saying to checkout staff, stop when you get to £40 or something. I don't want to spend a penny over that, as opposed to having everything checked out and settling the bill at the end. So I think a lot of people are feeling, something of a pinch, and lots of people are actually feeling extremely stretched. And I hope, the Queen's speech will do something to address that.
If the right kind of help isn't put in place for the government, what are your fears about your customers?
Well, I think that many of them are struggling to both be able to heat their homes and to feed their families. More and more of them are having to resort to food banks, and we support substantially a lot of local charities, a lot of local food banks, and there's no doubt at all people who've never had to go to a food bank are now having to do so. And I think we're seeing, real food poverty for the first time in a generation.
So real food poverty for the first time in a generation. Now, he talked here also about the Queen's speech. This was recorded on Tuesday. Unfortunately, there was very little in the way of support in the Queen's speech for people who are already struggling. And this is going to be the case for the rest of the year. There may be pressure applied to Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor, over the next number of months, but I don't expect the Tories to really do anything about this. But the point here that he raised about how people are asking the checkout staff to avoid going over a limit, this is concerning because it's not just, okay, I set aside, as he said, £40 for the weekly shop, but as prices go up, the basic items that people are buying are going to become more expensive. So that £40 will not go as far as it did last year, which means that people will have to cut somewhere else. Non-branded items have also jumped in price. Now, he also pointed out here how his supermarket chain supply or provide support to charities. Yes, this is very important to remember as well, that a lot of items that are close to their sell-by date and are not purchased in the supermarkets are normally donated to charities, which is a wonderful thing. But obviously, and I've said this before, charities are doing the job of government at the moment. Boris Johnson and his party have wasted billions of pounds on in corruption. For example, when it came to PPE, there have been loans that were given out to organizations during the furlough scheme and they were not checked, and a lot of this was fraud that is not going to be claimed back by the government. Billions of pounds lost in fraud, and who has to pay for that? Well, the ordinary working class people have to pay for that. So it would be great to have some sort of solution for this, but it seems going forward what you're going to hear more of is more and more people, middle class people it seems, cutting back. This of course is going to have an impact on the economy. It will mean less money for the exchequer, which will mean less money available to support people. So things are going to get much worse before they get any better, it seems. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.